Yeah.
Hit the button, dude.
Pushing the button. Pushing it. Push it.
It's not working.
What do you mean it's not working? I hear.
Fuck the light.
And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, episode number 238 with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm taint behaving.
Woo!
What's up, man?
What's up, Donald? Molson's in the house. How's everybody doing today?
What's up, fellas?
Um,
Dudes and dudettes.
yeah, it's another Wednesday, and here we are.
Shocking.
238 of these bad boys.
I've never had less tea than what I have right now. I just don't
Dude,
have it with me anymore.
We were doing a pre-show review, and you're like, "What's up, guys? This is
Hi.
Rapid Dave."
I wasn't excited.
Strikeout, and you're like, "What am I doing?" I was like, "I don't even know, man. I don't even know."
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Donald, I like that D you got there. It looks like the Dirty Dallas one, but without the. In there 3 Ds for Dallas on the Dallas symbol in there, 3 of them for some reason.
sure.
That's why it's called Dirty Dallas.
Know.
That one looks really cool. I like that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Let's drink a beer.
What do you want to drink?
Beer?
Sweet.
Whatever you have over
So
there.
I have a coworker that lives in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Is that the home of Walmart?
I don't. Is that where Walmart's from?
I think so.
So do you
I
wanna
could
go
be
hard?
wrong.
You want to go hard right out of the gate?
I mean, just whatever you got.
Okay.
That's Donald. That's what she said. It is.
All right.
It is.
So we don't have really good towels anymore.
You got the worst towel
There you
ever.
go. It's gonna be nice and ice cold. This thing's been sitting on ice for like 2 days, 3 days now. So this one's called Airship. It's a double Indian Pale Ale. This isn't the big one, but we'll get to the big one. What's up?
Rad Brad redeemed.
Radical, what's shaking, bacon?
RD, you want to say something random?
Oh yeah, so I changed all the stuff.
What is that?
Well, I don't do the hate thing anymore for hate speech. So I have a Allen fun fact, and I put an RD thing on there.
Okay.
So, but you know,
So you got to say something random,
yeah, I'll
like-
say something random.
like patchouli,
No, I was gonna
pistachio.
Have ooh, I like pistachios. How do you say it? Pistachio, pistachio,
Pistachio?
mustachio.
Beard laws. What's up?
I'm gonna say this. I like mustaches. I think they're cool.
All
And
right.
I wish I had one, and I'm gonna have
Well,
one.
I mean, you kind of do, right?
I'm gonna
Like,
have one. No, I'm gonna go full on mustache. My father had a mustache.
Just gonna get
my
rid of the
entire
beard
life.
and
Yeah.
go straight.
Well,
full.
no. Well, I told you I'm getting rid of the beard in pieces, right?
Right.
And the beard after I'm going out of town. My brother's getting married, so I'm going out to.
You need to show up to the wedding with the mustache and be like, "Is that a cop?"
Nah, I'm gonna go with the
If you're
beard.
a cop, you got to tell me.
I'm gonna go with a beard, but I am gonna slowly start shaving the beard. Obviously, it's been getting trimmed shorter and shorter, so
Okay.
I keep trimming it more and more. And so anyhow, I like mustaches. My dad had one for forever. Then finally he shaved it all off. When I brought Lizzie home to meet my dad, and I get out of the car. I go, "Yeah, it's my dad. You know, he's coming or whatever." I go, and he comes out. He goes, "Hey," I go, "What the hell happened to your face?" He's like, "What?" I go, "Where's your mustache?" And I was like, "I've been showing her pictures of us growing up or whatever. You had a mustache in every picture. All of a sudden, I bring her here, and you ain't got no damn mustache."
Who the are you?
I don't say, "Who are you? Where's my dad?" You are an imposter. You're a big phony. And I was so pissed.
Is it Mustache Marty?
Yeah. So, anyways,
So we're drinking from Bentonville Brewing Company Airship. It's a double Indian Pale Ale coming in at 8.3% alcohol by volume, 90 IBUs, handcrafted in Arkansas, heavy hopped and cold conditioned on whole bean coffee from local roaster Airship Coffee.
that's what they
This
said. Okay.
DIPA packs a flavorful punch that's at once fruity, earthy, spicy, and even a touch roasty, making for a delightful beverage to start and end your day.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know that I've ever had a coffee infused IPA.
Yeah.
Like anytime I've had coffee, something
Stouts.
they're stouts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm looking forward to it. I had no idea when I got them.
Yeah.
But she did say, she was like, "Yeah, no, it's a coffee thing up there. There's a coffee shop called Airship. So maybe that's it." I go, "Maybe."
That's
We're about to
the-
find out. So
The name of the
cheers to you. I lock and to the bottom. There you go.
Mazel, mazel, good things.
I like that. Initial
Okay.
thoughts. I'm getting some wood.
Initial thoughts are that's interesting. What's up, Saber? How you doing?
What's going on? Code Red in the house. Hello.
That's not bad.
That means old school sharing out the link. He goes, he said on the stream like the following day, I go, man, I just want to say thanks so much because we did a Monday show and a lot of his people came over and said hi and whatnot. And so the next day I was like, hey man, thanks so much for sending everybody over. Had a blast, a lot of interaction. Your people are awesome. And he was like, yeah, no problem. Well, I send it out. And of course I have, he knows how many people exactly he has in his Discord, right? He goes, I have this many XXX, this many people. And he goes, and I know 8 or 9 showed up. So I think I'm just going to kick the rest of their asses out.
Like, whoa, buddy, don't do that.
He goes, and screw it. I mean, the league might suck, but you know what? Damn it. I want some people that go around when I tell them to go. I was like, God almighty, take it easy.
Maybe they had like family obligations they had going on and stuff.
But he
right?
was so dry. I was like, nah, it's Wednesday. People are busy. It's a religious day as well and things like that. Oh, it's Monday. Never mind. Yeah, Mondays, people are at a long day. They don't want to sit there and listen to us. It's 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. We go live at 9. Late. So yeah, it's one of those things where it big thanks to him again. I always say it I'll say it a million times. Just Old School's a nice guy and he does a lot for the show. And we've known him now for about 3 years. I met him streaming. He was on Facebook at the time and, we just kind of hit it off. Right.
Yep.
And so he's, we've called it, we've talked on the phone, we've texted a million times, messages, everything else. So like I said, if you hear me talking about Old School, it's because, he's a buddy of mine that I've never met.
Yeah.
So
B from the O, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's up? This beer is a interesting taste and pretty damn good. I like it. I like it a lot. But we do appreciate everybody stop by on Monday.
It's tasty.
We do the Monday show about every Monday, every other Monday. It could be every third Monday. It's whenever we get time, and
we got stuff. Sometimes we got stuff going on, and if we don't, we jump on.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Merc? How you doing, brother?
But anyhow, it's so this beer, like I said, a coworker of mine, she lives up there. She got 2 beers. Now she was up there for, if you've been watching the show, I think I mentioned it on the show. They had a Skittles beer and a cookie dough beer. And so I was like, I need those. And so she went back up there. Oh, I'll go get it. No problem. So she goes back up there because she lives like across the street from there. She goes up there for bingo and stuff. I was like, Jesus, what are you, 100? But anyway. Oh, wait, it's trivia night. Never mind.
Bingo's fun.
I know. But so she goes up there for that. And she goes, I'll go back. And so, of course, she goes up there. You got any more of that Skittles beer? And they all started, snickering and smirking or whatever. And they're like, yeah, no, that sells out in a couple of days. She goes, oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I go, yeah, tell them to eat S.
Yeah.
Who, you should have knocked shit over the bar.
Next time, go in there with a bag of Skittles and throw it at them.
Overhand.
Yeah.
Maybe a crow.
Oh, Merc's doing meh. Sorry, buddy. Sorry about that. We're doing all right. We're drinking some beer, so can't really complain.
Yeah. It's okay. It's all right around here. But yeah, so I got this week's winding down quickly. My son's flying in Saturday. Then I'm flying out on Friday. And just it's a mess.
Trying to figure out the logistics behind that.
It's a week later. I gotta go. I gotta go. Yeah.
The following, you're not flying out in like 2 days, and he's flying in 3 days.
Yeah,
that's really confusing there.
That sucks for him, right? Like, come on in, bud. But everything good on your end. We got burnt as F out there at
Mark Redeem. Take a cheers.
You got it.
Mother, do that again. Get your ass back over here.
You're so weird. I did like that movie though, that documentary. I thought it was good. That was good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so we were burnt. We were out at Pastime Comics for the whole damn Sunday. It was 10 to 5 out there just roasting.
I think we started packing up around like 4:30.
Yeah.
People stopped showing up around then.
Yeah.
And
but it was fun. Had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, sold some stuff, met a lot of cool people. We got a couple things I got to do around here now. Lizzie's like, now I got to make a couple Casey Jones masks, and she sold my helmet. The helmet is being redone as we speak.
I know. I saw your post about it.
So the lower one's done. I'm working on the top tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. And it'll be done by Friday night.
Okay.
Friday night I'll have another one.
Mark, why you stare you down like that, Rapid Dave? That's what you do in Germany.
Yeah.
In the motherland.
So if we watch, is it called Beerland? I think it's called Beerland.
Beerland, yeah.
So if you watch that documentary, most of it's subtitled in German or whatever, but it's it's a guy. He's from the States. He went there as an exchange student or something. I don't even know how he ended up.
Well, he knew people from over there from exchange program, and after he graduated, he wanted to get involved in the whole beer scene and learn all about it. And he said, "What better place than Germany?" And he lived there for a few years.
Yeah.
So it was just his.
He traveled around the country, and it's funny because everything is different. Each part of the country, right? Their accents change, their thoughts change, their politics change, their beer changes, and they go around the whole country. And it's actually really cool. It was very interesting. It's not a hard watch.
No. And there in Germany, when you're cheersing someone, you You make sure you're making eye contact. You tap the bottom of the glass.
Yeah, the bottom.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. So if you ever go to Germany, do that.
Shed a few tears, share a few laughs. Yeah. I'm telling you. But yeah, no, so that's why we did it. And, you know, we watched that. And we've been watching a couple beer movies. And, of course, you know, what is it? Beer Fest. Beer Fest, yeah, it's one of the all-time greats for us. But we start going through beer movies, and we watch some of them are kind of dated, right? Especially when I should have watched some of these movies back in the day.
Right.
It was out in like 2012 and whatnot. And I wish I would have got them a little bit sooner, because now they're just kind of irrelevant. Not the Beerland one. Beerland is still awesome.
Right.
But the other one was like, okay, great.
You already knew how some of this. But it was interesting to see, like, especially like being in Texas, what Texas was like back then.
Yeah.
And how hard it was for a lot of these smaller breweries, and how they had to have a lot of the laws change and things like that.
Just get a tap room.
Almost kind of like what they had to do through the pandemic, where a lot of them had to change from being classified as breweries and had to be classified as restaurants just so they can open their doors.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Because a tap room couldn't open their doors because, you know, you can catch COVID in a tap room.
Yes. Bars, you can catch that.
But at a restaurant, you can't catch COVID there. So looks pretty strange that they stare down. Well, I mean, we kind of over exaggerate a little bit, but
yeah, you don't have to give it the
you
know, every time. But you know, we do. Alan does too. He's weird about that. He can't make eye contact with somebody.
What do you mean? I am making eyes.
See your eyes.
I want to stare into your soul.
Eyes are getting bigger and bigger. So what we have on tonight, we're going to talk a little MLB. Opening day is tomorrow for a lot of clubs. Is it the whole? It's everybody, right? It's the whole league, I think. Open day
for the most part.
Rangers home openers tomorrow. With Lamar talk, Aaron Rodgers talk. We're going to mix in some NFL, you know, things like that. The draft is upon us. Sounds legit. Not being a restaurant. Yeah, it's ridiculous, aren't it? Guys, as long as you're sitting down in a restaurant, you can't catch it. Yeah, right. That's how stupid. Like, if you go back and watch some of their videos too, we're like, it's so stupid.
We talked about it back
then. Dude, COVID was so dumb when it came to that kind of shit. It was like, if you don't want to be out, stay home. You know what I mean? Like, hell, most of the people, everybody quit their damn job anyway, so you couldn't go anywhere. They had staffing problems and everything else, and that's fine. If you wanted to do that, do that.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah. No one's forcing you to get out of the house. Everybody wants you to stay home anyway.
Through COVID, it was actually cheaper. Or no, I'm sorry. You made more money being unemployed than you did being employed.
Yeah. I wish I would have quit my damn job.
Because they increased the unemployment, you know, money that they paid everyone and things like that. And it was just.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was so stupid.
You made more money not being employed.
So yeah, we went around, and it's been popping up because we're obviously on the anniversary of it, right? We're in March 29th. We're actually very close from being, I think, sent home completely. We got sent home like a week after St. Patty's Day, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
And so we've been, and that was March 20th. Cause I remember I posting about, March-Halloween and, you know, decorating my house like Halloween in March, because it's the midway point, right? So we're 6 months away from Halloween. Can't wait. And when I thought about it, I got all excited. I was like, no, we got to get through summer first,
right?
You know, let's get through the naked backyard parties and the skinny dip, and then, you know, running around with sparklers and shit. You know, have some beers. I'm gonna have a hot tub out back here too.
Shooting bottle rockets out your butt,
dude. There's nothing more wheels off than clenching a Roman candle between your cheeks and trying to just chase somebody around the backyard. You know what I mean? Just.
It's free, almost liberating.
It is, right? It's like, you know, this is America. I never felt more free in my life. I was like, oh my God, you know, you got that thing waggling in the back and everything else clacking around in the front. You know, it's you know, I wish I did quit my job. No, I love my job, and they were more than accommodating. They actually gave us money to stay home at first, so we spent that money on beer runs and to go around the Metroplex, pick up beer to go. You know, and we were making posts about it. Every time somebody said they were open or they said this or that, we were sharing the post. We were out there and just supporting and trying to keep these guys and help these guys
we were
stay in
going
business.
Live like 3 to 4 nights a week just because we had nothing else to do.
Yeah. And everybody else was too. Yeah. Trust us. So we weren't the only ones, because I think Instagram was shutting down. They were having problems with the bandwidth because everybody would go on live on.
Everyone's going live on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember they started capping it like 25 minutes. And if you didn't have nobody in there, they shut that S down quicker than Penn State. It was so fast.
Well, they shut Penn State down pretty slow. That took a while for that to catch on to the whole.
But they shut down quicker than that.
There.
Right?
But yeah.
So
obviously, because I mean, you could they could have shut it down in like 10 years and it still would have been quicker.
God. We got Mavs on TV. We got the Leafs on the other channel. I think they're playing Florida. I don't know. I can't tell with those ugly jerseys. It's got the Florida Panthers,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, just another beautiful night. Some not local craft beers, but craft beer none the same.
Cracker Jack, what's up?
We have the other one. The other one's a stout. I think it's kind of heavy.
Okay.
So
all right.
What up?
Patrick, what's up?
Where do you want to start? You want to start opening day talk? You want to?
So let's talk baseball.
You want to go MLB
before we get into baseball? Okay, I want to talk baseball. What's up with Lamar? We'll talk about Lamar. Don't worry. Lamar is on the docket for today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about him.
But I'm making a pledge and a commitment to baseball this year.
I was going to say to the Lord,
to
your girlfriend.
No. I am going to do my best to care more about baseball this year.
Oh, yes.
Because, I mean, like last year, I got really into it. The first...
It fades.
3 weeks, I think. I was like, the TV was always on the MLB, channel. The pitch, what's it called?
Just MLB TV.
MLB TV, always having a game on and things like that. And then it just kind of fades because it's such a long season. But...
This year
I want to do better this year.
Mm-hmm.
You have not been baptized? Not really. I have been baptized a couple times. Twice.
I don't know if I have.
I was baptized as a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a religious mother?
Yeah, we were Catholic. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean she's religious. It just means she was Catholic.
Yeah.
So we went to church like twice a year.
It's kind of Easter and Christmas. And then she got pregnant with another kid for another baptism. No, Mark, it doesn't count. I think the new rules will help, honestly, quicker play. It will.
It is. You got games going 2.5 hours and things like that.
On average, they shaved off 26 minutes on minor league play or in spring training. So it's going to be awesome.
It's huge. But I'm here to go ahead and say, I joined a fantasy baseball league.
I almost made a video. I totally forgot. That's what I was going to do when I got home.
I'm auto drafting it.
Yeah.
It's drafting right now.
Oh, okay.
It's drafting right now.
You sign up with a rando or did you?
Yeah, just a rando.
Oh, okay.
Like I can go in and actually do the draft.
Right.
But I set it on auto draft. I'm like, I'm just going to do auto because I don't know. I know a few baseball players, right? I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to auto draft it. And I'm going to try and keep up with it. Now, it's been 20 years since I've done fantasy baseball.
Yeah.
Like I had a group of friends that we would do fantasy everything every year. I used to do NHL all the time.
Yeah.
I loved fantasy hockey, but fantasy football, fantasy baseball, fantasy basketball. We did all the sports and I haven't done one in like 20 years.
Yeah.
But I'm going to care more about baseball and I'm going to document this through our Patreon.
Okay. Patreon.com/strikeout beer.
I'm going to post a couple videos a week about baseball and fantasy baseball on my team in the Patreon. So
fantasy basketball. Yeah. I mean, you follow basketball on a reg there, Elstead. I think you'd be all right at it. Yeah, no, I was going to make a video and a spoiler alert. It was going to be, hey, this is welcome into Patreon. And I'm wrapping up. I'm here with your very first tip of fantasy baseball.
Okay.
And I was going to say, don't play it. That's it. Stay tuned for more tips.
It was one of those where it was like we had the group of friends. The knob was in that group of friends, right? And we did.
Should have sent me an invite on the league that you're in.
I don't know, man. I just clicked join now, draft now.
Yeah.
So it was I joined it, and all the teams were in there. It was like draft is starting now. I was like, cool, auto draft.
Yeah, right.
And like I said, it's going on right now.
Funny.
Let's you know what? Let's take a peek.
Let's a live look.
Let me look in here real quick.
It was a pro tip. Yeah, and I was gonna put it on the Patreon, patreon.com/strikeout beer. But that's a freebie. Yeah, everybody gets that now. Now it's going to everybody. Oh
yeah. Okay.
They're at 60. They're moving right along.
We still got a lot. We still got a lot of spots left.
Yeah, give me the roster construction, please.
Round 15 right now.
Round 15.
Round 15 of 23.
Oh God.
You're going with a catcher, first baseman, second baseman, third, shortstop.
How about this?
3 outfielders, 2 utility players, 2 starting pitchers, 2 replacement pitchers, RPs.
Yeah.
And then what you got? 1, 2, 3, 4 pitchers, and then your bench, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is there an option to join a league real quick on there?
On Yahoo, yeah.
Join a league and then send me an invite real quick.
Okay, so I have to keep up with 2?
2. Just leave
I
the other one. Just leave the other one.
I don't know, man.
Just leave the other one. We'll do this one.
We'll talk about this later. Let's
all right. I was like,
later.
just send it to me.
But yeah, I got my catcher is W. Contreras from St. Louis.
Okay.
My first baseman is V. Pascantino.
Vinny?
From, I don't know, it's V. From Kansas City. J. India from Cincinnati is my second baseman.
It's Jimmy.
Okay. E. Suarez, third baseman for Seattle.
Ernie.
I can
Ernesto.
tell you the first name of my shortstop. It's Javi Baez for the Tigers.
Oh God.
Let's go.
I leave you alone for a few minutes and this falls into a baseball play abyss. It is. It's gonna be love the V. I like the V too, but I like the A as well.
Jay Rodriguez, outfielder for Seattle.
Never done famous baseball. Have you guys ever played out of the park baseball? No, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what
is that a video game?
Yeah. I got George Springer. I know that guy's name. Plays for the Blue Jays.
I know his cousin Jerry Springer.
Garrett Cole. I know that name.
Oh yeah, big cheater.
Pitcher. Nola. He's a good pitcher. He was up for the Cy Young last year, right?
Everybody's up for the Cy Young.
Okay, well, still.
I mean, you could be up for the Cy Young.
I know the last name Nola.
Yeah, Nola.
I know that.
Yeah, Nala.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll check in at the end of the night and see how that team finishes up. But
sounds like a good time. Oh my God. Yeah, I was thinking about fantasy football the other day too. I was like, oh my God, because another podcast that I listened to or whatever, they're starting like a dynasty podcast, and so they're going through this. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like I've never been
starting a dynasty podcast.
A version of it, like a break off from the original. It's only gonna be once a week, but you're in a dynasty league, and I'm not. And
for football, yeah.
And I don't know if I could ever get into it. I think I'm just gonna. I guess if they ever invite me, I'll say yes, right?
Right.
But it's like it's a totally different dynamic, and I'm like, but I was kind of right. I was like, you got to start looking at fantasy, I guess. But no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it.
You guys want to talk about the paint drying league? Heard it's a fun watch.
Oh Jesus!
Can't wait.
Stupid cat.
Sign me up. I made a pledge to care more about baseball this year.
It says yes, you manage baseball teams. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Never heard of it, but
there was some baseball. I think it was on the Wii or whatever. I played like some baseball game on the
baseball,
Wii, and it was
Wii Sports.
No. It's one where you can where you manage a team. You go all through 162 games and play the whole season and whatnot.
Okay.
And so it was a lot of fun.
You just manage or?
I played, as well. I was the one batting and throwing. And all that kind of stuff too.
Batting and throwing. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, PC? How you doing, brother?
I don't know what else you do. What else is baseball about? I don't know. Did you see that controversial video
catching
that everybody was like complaining about, like a balk for the catcher? You see it yet from Barstools and whatnot? They said catcher's balk, so everybody loses their shit about it. They're like, "What the hell is a catcher's balk?" And yada yada yada. I'm like, well, I don't know if it's a balk. So catcher sits back there. Here comes the pitch. As they sit there, they stand still, and then they kind of flex out to get ready for the pitch. Right, the ball gets away from him, and his mask came off, and he grabs his mask and puts it into his glove. Well, you can't do that. So it's not really a balk, but it's kind of like catcher interference. You can't use your equipment to slide that can knock the ball back in your mitt.
Oh, okay.
And so that's what they're now.
I was like, wait a minute. He took his mask off and put it in his glove, and that was but I didn't hear.
He knocked the ball.
He knocked the ball.
Yeah. So I coach in a league, little league, fantasy league.
Little league. So you do Little League fantasy baseball? Is that what I'm hearing?
He sounds like that dude from Dragon from Step Brothers. What do? I manage fantasy. I manage a baseball team. A little league team? No, fantasy. Can't use your equipment. You can't use a piece of equipment to get the ball back to you or whatever. I think that's.
But isn't your glove a piece of the equipment?
That's what you use though. You can use that. You can't use a mask. You also can't throw your glove in the air to catch the ball or to knock the ball down. Either. You know what I mean? You get in trouble for that shit.
Okay. Step Brothers. Yes. Yeah.
So. But anyhow, everybody's like losing their ass. Oh my God, this is why baseball sucks. I'm like, well, baseball sucks for a couple reasons, but
there's a lot of other reasons.
I go, but that's not really one of them. That they happen to see this one guy do one effing thing. It's never, it hasn't happened a million times.
Is it illegal to use your junk? What about your junk?
No, you can use your body parts.
Okay,
it's like using your arm.
Yeah,
you get hit in the junk too, man. God Almighty, the catching sucked. I loved it, man. You get one right in the pills. He'd be squatted over, and then all of a sudden, you know, either the batter tips one, or it just has a funny bounce or whatever. You just
I've been on the field where one it takes a bad hop and it hops off your glove or your arm and it gets you, and you're just like, you're picking up the ball and you're throwing it and the play's over and you're like, time.
Yeah, how many balls would roll up your freaking glove and then maybe hit or you're going down to get it, you misplay it, it goes off your side of your glove, rolls up your arm, and it kicks off your arm and then right in the pills. And you're just like, oh God.
You're like, you finish the play and you're like,
Jesus, I'm dying over here. I'm dying. Time. So we have 2 of these beers, and then we have 2 each. One. We have 2 each of these beers, and then we have the big boy coming up to finish off the show. That one's going to get a little messy, I'll say.
Oh, we have a big boy too?
Well,
that's non-disclosure. El Poppy's in the house. What's up? Every time that happened to me, the ball got stuck in there. It's weird.
It sounds weird.
So
maybe we need to talk about that. Okay, it gets stuck in there. I think maybe you don't have one of the outies. You got an innie. That's what I used to call this one chick's trap. It was a trap. It just
she had an outie.
It sucked. She had an innie. It sucked everything in.
El Poppy definitely an innie.
It's like a damn vacuum in there. Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm going to care more about baseball this year.
Good.
And I'm going to document my journey of caring about baseball on our Patreon. So
I would say
if you care about that,
lost so much loose change.
Join our Patreon.
Lost it in your coin purse, did you? So we have the Sunday ticket, which covers all the football games. And then we have the MLB package that covers all the baseball games. So you can watch anything except for the Rangers. You got to get your local. If you want to watch the Rangers, you have to have Bally's, which sucks ass to a straw.
It's a good thing I don't care about the Rangers.
Yeah.
So we're good there. I didn't say I was going to care about the Rangers. I said I would care about baseball. Okay?
I'm going to let it play on the channel that it's called. It's not extra innings, or it's the one where they're always like in scoring position. There's something going on. You know what I mean? It's almost like the red zone.
Like the red zone, right? Yeah.
And so that's always fun to have on. Because you just, like here, right? It's like it's always on that TV. I'll have anything else going on, but I want to
say hi to Carl.
Hey, Carl. What's up, man? How you doing? Damn it, Carl. What's going on, buddy? And so it's always fun to have on. I'm going to have it again this year. And I work from home 3 days out of the week. And that's usually on as soon as the first game starts. Like spring training has been phenomenal for me because games start at like 11 o'clock. So I've got baseball on from 11 to 5. Okay. And I'm just like, oh, man, this is great. And it looks beautiful wherever they're at. And not the Costco center we play in, which effing sucks.
Old School's in the house. What's up, Old School?
Cheers to the man.
Cletus, why do you hate the Metroplex so much?
I just don't like mid-cities or Fort Worth. I used to love Fort Worth.
I was going to say, you loved mid-cities.
Place sucks. Having to go over there sucks. Driving over there
when you lived there, you loved it.
Yeah. Driving there sucks ass.
Bally is going to shit anyway. Hopefully we get a new network soon. Yeah. I mean,
just let me watch it on channel 21.4. Why can't I watch it? I got an antenna. Just broadcast the local sports games to the local people.
Nope.
Let the people have it. Look, I got to watch ESPN to watch freaking Dallas, and Dallas sucks. We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, they're winning right now.
Is tomorrow. I think they're playing against the Phillies, if I'm not mistaken. Is the Phillies coming to town?
I don't know, man.
Oh God, you're doing great. Great prep work.
Hey,
you're phenomenal.
I just got done saying I'm not going to care about the Rangers. I said baseball. Okay.
Unbelievable. All right, so here you go.
Phillies aren't on my list of teams to care about.
Phillies are in town. 3:05 pitch time. They're going to be here for the weekend. It looks like. So if you want to catch a game Saturday or Sunday. Sunday it's a late game, 6:08. Okay. They don't ever play late on Sundays. Okay. But 3:05 on, and they're going to be in town for a little bit, and then they go up to Chicago for the Cubs game, which would be awesome to go to.
Okay.
I'd really enjoy that.
Aren't you in Dallas County? Driving anywhere over there sucks. Are you Dallas County over here?
I'm in Denton County, but I drive to Dallas County.
This is Denton County?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Southern part. But yeah, give me Dallas over Fort Worth any day of the week. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Everybody over there complains about everybody how they drive over here. Like, you know what we do over here? We just go. We're just trying to go. And we don't have time for these MFers that are in the left lane going 55 miles an hour with the left turn signal on, just coming up to everybody. When I drive over to Watauga, I'm about to rip this thing off. When I drive over to Watauga or North Twitchin Hills, I get on the highway, and I see like 40 cars dart for the left lane. They dart for the left lane. They're going like 20 under the speed limit. I have to get in the right lane to pass them because they're so stupid. Anyways, Mario, how you doing?
What's up, Mario?
Welcome in.
It's fucking shit show everywhere. You know what though? Here's what I will say.
Especially over there.
Here's what I will say. Drive Dallas, Fort Worth, better than Houston.
I hate going to Houston. That whatever, it's whatever road it is to go 35. 35 through Houston is like the worst. I mean, awful. I'm just sitting there the whole time like, oh my God, why? It's like 2 a.m. Why is it busy? I drove past Houston one time. The damn police station was on fire, and I just want to get to Galveston. That's it. And no one ever says that.
So you love to drive to Fort Worth?
I do
so much.
I love going to Holocron because my wife likes to go to Holocron.
I drove past Holocron not that long ago. But they weren't open, or else I would have stopped by. I can't remember what I was doing or where I was or something. But yeah, Houston. Yeah, I was just gonna say Austin because I drove through Austin a couple weeks ago when I went to San Antonio because I just took 35 straight down.
Not to Austin. No, that's the other road.
Well, whatever road you drive on, I don't remember what I drove on to go to San Antonio.
Yeah,
but yeah, you drive past Austin through Austin, and Austin's got that weird shit where it's like. It's the same road, but like you're
not moving to Texas.
Down and up.
Come move to Carrollton. You can move to Carrollton. It's expensive as S. I'd live up in like, where I would live, I think at this point? I don't know. Okay. I really don't know because everywhere around here sucks because I don't want to be back in Little Elm or Oak Point or anything like that because you know how long it takes to get anywhere. I'm closer to Oklahoma than I am anywhere else. Right. But here I'm 20 minutes from everywhere. Except for freaking North Richland Hills. I'm an hour from North Richland Hills.
You're not an hour from North Richland Hills.
Hour. Every time I go out there, it's an hour.
I live in North Richland Hills. I make the drive every week. It's not an hour.
Sometimes you get out there in 30 minutes. About 30 minutes sometimes. You get going. But yeah, it all depends. It all depends what time you go.
Let's just lay out the real facts. Humans suck. The more there are, the shittier it is.
It just sucks because I think it's we're in the middle of the me thing, right? Like about me. I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna do it. You got all these 18-wheelers that are driving in the left lane, going 55 miles an hour. It's like get out of the left. You're not even supposed to. In most states, you're not even allowed to be in the left lane. Get out of the left lane.
It's passing only.
Yeah,
like, there's signs all over. I'll tell you what. I ran into this on my road trip, and I was going to talk about it.
Thanks, old school.
The cars that piss me off the most, that they're just chilling in the left lane driving, or they're driving the speed limit, but they're in the left lane. I even had some where you're doing like 5 over, but you're in the left. If you're not passing someone,
get out of the way.
Get the hell out of the way.
Just get out of the way.
But what state do you think all those cars were from that were just chilling in that left lane?
Wait, you were going south, right? Bay, Oklahoma. Because if it wasn't Texas. Because if you're in Texas, in the middle central Texas.
Yep.
Oh, Louisiana.
No.
Arkansas?
What is the one state that everyone says don't?
California.
There you go. In California, all these jackasses that have moved to Texas from California.
That's how I roll.
Don't know how to freaking drive.
Just get out of the lane.
Get out of the lane.
Jesus Christ. Let people go around. Why do I got to pass you in the right lane?
The hell out of the lane. I'm passing people in the right lane.
Just like this. Just driving down the road. Yes. Just like that the whole time. I'm going to get one of those little signs that light up. Get out of the left lane. I would turn
and I'd look and I'd see both the kids are asleep. Motherfucker.
That's there are no driving tests. No, there's not. They all suck. Up here, it's always a Massachusetts plate. I'm in Maine. Yeah, well, yeah. I know where not to move to. Yeah, don't come to Texas. We're all stocked up.
Hey, you know what? You can come to Texas. Just get out of the left lane.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
How about that for step one?
That's it.
And if you're getting on the highway, just start matching our energy. You know what I mean? You got to catch up, man.
You need to be doing the speed limit by the time you've got an entrance ramp.
Right.
That's your speed up. That's how you get to the speed that everyone else is doing.
All right.
On the on-ramp.
We're 36 minutes in. We got to get to MLB. So
we'll get there.
Let's talk about baseball. So you're gonna watch more baseball. How much more baseball?
Well, I mean,
how much more? You got a game a day, game every other day, every third day. I think with you being in fantasy though, I
think fantasy is gonna dictate that.
And you'll be able to check in on your players.
I'm gonna have to check in on my players. I gotta check my lineup every day. I got all that. So I'm not making like I'm going to watch X number of games a day or something like that, right?
I'm not going to watch so many dicks. Sir, I don't believe in speed limits. There is a speed limit here, but you must exceed it to be in the left lane.
Yeah.
You better be. Anyways, exactly as I've read, as I always say, read the room. Yep. F baseball. Come on, Cletus. God, dog.
Freaking
open days tomorrow. I'm super excited. I'm so
whatever
excited.
time the first baseball game, first pitch is, I will have it on.
Are you going to open today?
No,
not going this year.
No.
It's been a while, and
last time I went was when we had the mini pass.
Okay. I just with the new stadium, I don't like it, and for me, it's outdoor event. It's going to rain tomorrow, so thank God it's indoors. I understand it could be a rain out and stuff like that, and you want the indoors.
You're no more rainouts.
Yeah, there's no more rainouts, and I did think about that earlier. I go, you know what? It's great because there will be no more rainouts. You don't have to worry about that, and that does kind of suck, especially if it's going to rain next 3 days. Guess what? They're not canceling the game. It's going to put a dent in the parties outside a little bit, but I think everybody's going to bring their tents, and they're going to be all right.
Stuff like that, right? So you don't have to worry about.
What's your favorite? Not your favorite baseball moment, but your favorite opening day moment. It could be if you attended or not attended, or if whatever.
Honestly, I think the only time I've only been to,
it could be a non-attended.
I've been to like 2 opening days, and I think they were both with you. But I think that first year we got those passes was a blast. When me, you, and Cuddles, we were out there. And we're grilling out.
Wheels off,
and it was great because like as soon as we pulled up, Cuddles rips his shirt off.
Nobody,
no one parked in the spot next to us until it was the last spot.
Yeah.
And like Cuddle, he's just sitting there. He's got the cigarette in one hand.
Yeah, I was about to say he's just ripping
shirt,
ripping cigs.
Cigarette in one hand, spatula in the other because he's grilling.
Cookie.
Yeah, and he's just a beer and a cigarette because he also had a beer, and he's pointing people like, "Hey, spot's open." They're rolling their window up and driving by like.
We were there to have a good time. You know what I mean? We had the bags going. Had beer flowing, music playing.
We had a blast that year. That year was great. Now I couldn't tell you what happened in the game. I remember they won because at the end of the game we were running around.
Socks, right?
It was.
Yeah. So you're trying to sell my shirt. You're trying to sell my shirt.
Mario from New York. Thanks for that sub. Appreciate it. Buckeye Bunny's in the house. What's going on?
What's up, Buckeye? How we doing?
But I was trying to trade because you wanted the shirt that that person was wearing.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey.
But I had more. It was my old T-shirt that my dad got me. So yeah, no, I wasn't going to give it up. I still got it.
Had the trade happened, you would have pulled it off.
And that was we saw a fight in the stand because it's just like anything else. It's like, geez, that's the only reason why I don't like going to some sporting events because there's a fight, a scuffle, or something like that. They were down,
and it's always an old guy beating up a young guy.
It's some mouthy
because the young guy's drunk as s, and the old guy's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, no, this time it was that the shaved head guy, and he was a little bit older too, but he's mouthing off to an older guy. He's giving it John him or whatever.
Yeah, and the older guy won.
No. Well, he did at the end because his son grabbed a hold of him. Remember, he put him. So this kid eventually just put his ass in a headlock. So he had this vein shooting out of his head. And I was like, just start feeding him uppercuts.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Dude, if you're running your mouth, you get your ass kicked. That's on you, bud.
That's all on you.
Everyone else is just here having a good time and just kind of chilling.
Well, was it Nick that poked the bottom of his
Yeah, so they had a new system that year. I don't know if you guys have been to a ballpark lately, or I don't even know if they still do it because of the amount of idiots that go to a ballpark. But anyways, there's a cup and there's a filling system for it. So it has a magnet at the bottom, a little piece of just a disc, right? It looks like a pog. You want to call it a pog.
Yeah.
You set it down on the thing and it fills it up from the bottom up. So no foam. It goes straight to the top.
Yeah.
And then that thing sits down on it and whatever. So we all get our beers and we're sitting there and Nick's like, I don't know about this thing.
Man.
He's like that. I don't know, man. This thing's cool, but I don't know, man. I just want to. I go, don't put your finger in there. He goes, I don't. Boom, and
he pumps it. It slides over to the side, and the whole beer goes down. He's like, "Huh, Lizzie, thanks for those biddies. Appreciate it."
Thanks, Lizzie.
But yeah, dude, it was
an idiot, But he's just a curative. He's like a cat, right?
He's curious.
He's a little curious fella.
Inquisitive.
That's the word I was looking for. Inquisitive. And so, but yeah, those like the opening day games were so fun, but they got everyone I've ever been to has gotten so out of hand.
Yeah.
The day with us wasn't that bad because everybody got home fine. We were fine. Everything was all right.
What's up, Guppy? No, we got home. We had to jumpstart Nick's car because he left his car on the entire time.
Oh yeah,
he left his keys in the car. He left them turned so that it just drained the battery.
Yeah,
so my car won't start. Well, the keys were in it, and the car was on. Or no, we got there. He's like, "Where's my keys at?" He couldn't find his keys. And like, are they in your car? You're like, no, they're not in my car. And he goes and looks, and and I had him turned on. Like, he had it turned so like the radio would still play.
He's sitting there still rolling one. Just getting his stupid ass stoner. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love opening day. I love the vibes, but I think it gets out of hand. It gets almost to the shit show part. You know what I mean? And it really does.
We're trashed by the time we walk up.
Not just us. There's other people that can't even walk. Like they're falling over and they're just like out cold.
And
we
like,
maintain for the most part.
Yeah, but ask us what happened during the game and then with the game. No clue. Not a clue.
I mean, we have an idea while we're there.
We know what the outcome is.
Yeah.
We knew it was a W because we walked around yelling, we're going 162 and 0.
162 and 0, baby. And so like I said, I always have a blast. I love going to baseball games. I just hate the new stadium, but I understand the reason for the new stadium. I have no fear. Viking is here. What's up? And, and so I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be on something where I can watch it. I don't know.
No. You're out of luck, bro.
I gotta go find someone that's got Bally's. I thought about adding it on, but it's like $20 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Too much. So, but that's it for baseball talk. We just
looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good time. And
but now you got a little extra reason to watch because a little fantasy.
I got a fantasy team.
Fantasy will make you watch, man.
They're in round. We're in round 20.
How many rounds are there?
Of 23. 21 of 23. I just made a pick.
Oh, you're almost done.
I just made a pick. I just drafted K. Ruiz.
Son, how you doing? What's up? Hope everyone's doing okay. We're doing great. Yeah, doing great. Just having a little chat tonight. Having a cold little beer from Bentonville Brewing out of Bentonville, Arkansas.
Yeah, working on my bench right now. The draft is working on my bench. So we're almost done.
So I have a question for you.
What's up?
And we talk about this all the time.
Let's do it.
Is Lamar Jackson going to be signed by any other team other than the Ravens?
Yes.
And what kind of contract? Because I heard he wants $70 million a year.
Okay.
That's insane. Is he doing himself an injustice by not having an agent? Is he not signed because he doesn't have an agent?
It's tough to tell. Like, honestly, because yes, having an agent will help you, but at the end of the day, he still has a number that he wants in his head. And whether you have an agent or not, if teams aren't meeting the number that you want, you look at your agent and say no, right? And your agent can guide you and be like, hey, look, bro, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the teams and this is what's going on. But
from what I can tell, there's two people at fault. The Ravens, Baltimore Ravens,
okay,
and Lamar Jackson.
You forgot about the third.
Who?
The Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns will always be part of the reason as to why some of these guys don't get paid what they should get paid and why there was a stupid bar set with Deshaun Jackson.
And that's the thing. And Deshaun Watson.
Who's Deshaun Jackson?
Wide receiver.
Oh, he's all right. He's a good dude.
His contract's not screwing anything up.
Deshaun Watson. Hainsey McGee. I'm sorry. I meant to say.
Luka just got swatted like a little.
I think they're going over tonight, man. Look at those numbers.
Luka's just in the.
I say, my arm.
And not only did he get swatted, but he got knocked to the ground.
Yeah, they're going over tonight. It's already 62-56.
Yeah. But no.
Air ball. Go ahead.
Lamar's going to sign with the team. It's going to happen. Someone's going to do it.
There's been a couple people that come out already, like some of the coaches or owners and things like that. Like, we'd love to have Lamar. He's a top guy. No one's ever seen a top, top 5 quarterback on the market and available. He goes, but the problem is this: he's missed 5 to 6 games the last 2 years.
Right. This is Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, came out and talked about that. Dan Campbell, they were asking Dan Campbell about it the other day with Detroit, and he's like, "Look, Lamar's awesome. It sucked game planning for him." Playing against him, he goes, but we have our guy. Goff's our guy.
If the GM came in and said, we got Lamar, whatever. I even texted you. I said,
they're not going to, because here's the thing.
No, I texted you and I said, they put Lamar on the field. You guys and all the analysts and things like that are like, yeah, y'all are winning the NFC. Because I think that's all the thing that you're missing is kind of make maybe a dual or a dynamic quarterback. Because
win the NFC with Goff.
Well, the NFC is not very strong, but I think you totally win them with a good quarterback. You know what I mean? Goff he's all right. He's not great, but he's good. He's not great. He's just serviceable, right?
He had 0 turnovers over the last 10 games this last season.
I like stats because they cut off right where you need them to cut off, and that's very important. But I like that. But I don't think Goff's the guy. Now, if you guys win the NFC, I would say you have a pretty good chance. I can't remember what the number was. What do you remember what Bovada or MGM was putting out there?
We're top 10 to win the Super Bowl. Like we're in the top 10 teams for odds to win the Super Bowl next year.
How many teams are in the league? 36?
32.
32?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I mean, top 10. I guess you're top third percent. Top third.
That's still pretty good, right?
I mean, you guys could be worse. You could be Jacksonville or the Bears or something like that, right?
I mean, the Bears, they suck so bad.
I gotta get some stats real
Those
quick.
Bears are awful.
I don't know why you don't like the Bears.
Because they suck.
It's because they're in your league.
With all due respect,
and
they suck.
And I mean, with all due respect.
And you know how much respect that is they deserve? Zero. The Bears suck. But
so vicious.
I'm just speaking facts. That's all there is.
All I'm here is to speak the truth.
But you got that going on. Someone's going to end up signing Lamar. Like it's going to happen. He's going to play somewhere. And like the crazy thing is like with the non-exclusive tag, right? Mm-hmm. What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Coach, what's second?
The 30, I think it is owed $32 million with the non-exclusive tag. He's made $27 million so far.
Mm-hmm.
So just in the 1 year with the $32 million, we'll pay him more than he's made in his career so far.
You guys are plus 2,500.
Yeah.
You have the same odds as Baltimore Ravens right now.
Okay.
So the Dallas Cowboys are ahead of you. The Jets are ahead of you.
That's going to change.
Dolphins
the Jets
are the same.
Don't get Aaron Rodgers.
You think so? They don't have him right now.
They don't have him right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're basing that off of them getting him.
Chiefs, Eagles, Bengals, Niners, Bills. Really? You think Vegas would go out of their way on a limb on a potential? I don't think so. I think it would change. I think it goes the opposite direction.
It will go up more once it's actually done,
mm-hmm.
but they're still basing it off of them getting it.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they're what? They're the number what favorite to win the Super Bowl right now?
Who?
The Jets.
14 plus 1,400.
But like, as far as like,
I didn't look at that. So you can look it up if you want. But yeah, no, I didn't look at that. But yeah, the Jets are plus 1,400, and
there's like 7 teams ahead of them, 8 teams.
They don't have it they have it in alphabetical order, so that's by the letter.
Okay.
By the alphabet.
Okay.
And they have
I understand how the alphabet works.
They have an alphabetical order.
I understand how alphabetical order works.
Yeah, so it's kind of jumbled. They got some things going on there.
Is there like a sort button you can push?
No, not really. It's on it's on a BetMGM. I love their app too.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's right there though. But yeah, the Chiefs, Eagles, Bengals, Niners, Bills, Cowboys, Ravens, Chargers. The lines are in there with 2,500, and then it goes to Jets for some reason, 1,400, and then 2,500. You have the same odds as the Dolphins. I think that's cool. So yeah, you got some chances.
I'm telling you, man.
You got some chances. And like I said, the NFC is like the easiest conference areas, right? Seriously, there's no challenge. There's no quarterback. Give me the best quarterback in the NFC. Is it A-Rod? Is it Purdy?
It ain't Purdy.
It ain't Purdy?
It ain't Purdy. I don't know, man.
Oh, it's got to be Jalen Hurts. Duh. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're tied for 12th for that. So yeah, there you go. You're in the top 1/3, like you were.
So are the Jets what in the top 10?
Y'all are all the same. So I just assume y'all are the same.
The Jets they're plus 14 and we're plus 25. So the Jets are ahead of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have better odds.
Yeah, Jets are ahead of you.
A team that didn't make the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but they just know it's
a team that was just awful last year.
They just know
they weren't good.
They know it's not the Lions. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I think you're getting discounted because you're not because it's not the Lions.
I'm telling you, man, watch out for us.
Yeah, no, seriously. I think you guys are going to do great things.
We are.
Yeah. Hopefully, right? Did you put some money on it?
Not yet.
You got to, man. You got to.
I'm going to. Those plus 2,500 odds. I want to make some money.
$25. You're only going to bet $1. Well, you'll probably bet 10. So was that 250?
You know what? I'm going to go clear out my Bovada account
You're
right
not
now.
Gonna clear out anything.
Yes, I am.
So Lamar, is there any other team that he could go to that you'd see that
Titans?
You think Titans? I saw him in a Titans. Someone had put that Titans jersey
Titans
on.
are a team that they're talking about that's been in the top. I could definitely see them signing with them.
They've made the playoffs the last couple of years. Does this automatically make them a winner of their division?
It definitely makes them they're definitely a better team than they were with Ryan Tannehill.
How about a conference champion? AFC's tough.
You're in a tough, right? You definitely could. Can you imagine Lamar with Derrick Henry, right?
I mean, you know what's going to run. No one's going to catch the ball. There's no one there to catch the ball anymore.
They drafted a guy.
They drafted a guy.
Yeah.
If you had AJ Brown still there, oh yes, you're talking insane. Because then you got a massive receiver, you got a massive running back, and then you got the just nimble elusiveness that is Lamar Jackson. And he can sling it too. He's worked over that. Man, we used to bash him all the time. The guy couldn't throw a 10-yard flat, all this kind of shit. He couldn't throw the ball for anything. He had the yips.
He's worked on it a lot.
Now he's back at
a lot better.
Yeah.
I like Lamar, right? But I don't like Lamar for my team for the money that we would have to pay to get him.
Oh, you got to pay a ton.
You've got to pay a ton. And here's the problem. When you have a team where you're paying your quarterback a ton, it's tough.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't have as much money to go around. The Patriots were as good as they were for as long as they were was because Tom Brady didn't take top quarterback money. He was never the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Why were the Cowboys bad back then?
Because they had a quarterback they paid out the ass for, and they didn't have anybody anywhere else.
Because Romo wanted it all. He goes, "Give me all that money,"
and he took it all, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, but like you're also seeing like
he's gonna get injured in warmups again. Durant,
yeah, maybe. But you're also seeing with like the Chiefs, for example.
Yeah, let's do this.
Pat Mahomes makes an ton of money.
But he took a discount. He technically took a discount.
I mean, he's not making Deshaun Watson money, but
so all right, let's get him out of the AFC. Whatever team that he signs in the NFC, does that automatically make him a contender? NFC has no quarterbacks. They have really nothing going for them. You know what I mean? Like it's always the Niners, I think, are the best. Niners or Eagles, right? They're always the best, right? Coming out of there. The defense is what separate them from everybody else.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and they have a good
Eagles
offense.
Are on a year-to-year basis, right?
Yeah.
It's
then Niners have CMC, they have Deebo Samuel, and then I think it's Purdy's team. I really do think it's Purdy's team.
No, they're definitely rolling with Purdy
as long as he can come back
as soon as he gets healthy. And you know what? If Purdy sucks, you go to Trey Lance.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
that's your number one. That's your first round pick. That's the guy you picked to lead your team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got hurt the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And then you had this young guy Purdy come in who went
rock solid.
He went 12 straight games.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something phenomenal. Then he got hurt.
And then if he doesn't get hurt, that's a completely different game.
And then the backup got hurt. So then he's in there just kind of flipping
and then he's back in there and he can't throw the football. Poor
guy. That's a bad coaching move. It's like,
you should have went with CMC.
I asked Coach Shanahan that day when I was hanging out with him at the bar. And I was like, hey man, why didn't you just put in, CMC? He's your reserve. He's the backup quarterback. The backup. He's the emergency quarterback. And he's like, well, it just didn't, we had to give him the back and didn't want to mess with it anymore. And so they kept handing off. I go, looking back, would you think you'd change? He goes, yeah, I would have changed it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that conversation did not happen.
I was hanging out with him.
It happened in your head.
We were hanging out there at the Cosmo, having some drinks.
He was sitting like 3 rows behind him.
Right behind him.
Okay, behind him.
And I was like,
and Coach would stand up and turn around and just kind of look at the room, and he'd look behind and look at him, and he'd just go
slunk out of my chair.
And then he'd be like, you whisper, is he going?
Lizzie went up to him and said,
no,
Lizzie was like, hey, what's your thoughts on CMC next year?
I believe that. Okay.
We always see a coach or somebody. We like having dinner at like Carbone's or whatever, and then like Coach Lou's sitting right there or whatever. Go over there and tell him he sucks. And then of course I told Bobby Hurley he sucks. I'm like,
that's my favorite story because you went up to Bobby Hurley and told me he's not that great.
He's not that great. He's having a good run though this year. He's having a good run.
But hey, in your defense, he's not that great. You Bobby Hurley.
All right. We got this other one. We're working on this one. I'm just moving it around a little bit. So, but yeah. So I think if Lamar goes to an NFC team, that'd be where he would want to go, to be honest with you, just because, he goes to an NFC team. He has better chance of making the playoffs. He has a better chance of winning his division, his conference, and possibly getting to the Super Bowl because there's only 2 or 3 teams to beat.
He's going whoever pays him the most money.
Absolutely. It's all money.
It's a 100% money. Whoever's going to pay him the most money. I could also see him sitting out the year. Like if no one ends up doing anything, right? But I don't think things are going to happen until
bro's in the Final Four. He's a coach. Bobby Hurley's the coach. Yeah, I think isn't his brother a coach of one of the teams? I thought he's one of the coach of one of the teams.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken. Here's my question to you, and I put this question out there earlier. We talked about it. I go, we're bordering on the point to where if he's not signed, when do they say something like there's something going shady here and it's a race thing? Let's get a little serious.
Here's the thing, I think teams are waiting to see what they do in the draft.
Of course.
And I honestly don't. His brother coaches for UConn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not Bobby Hurley. It's the other Hurley, whatever his name is.
That Hurley,
he's okay.
He's all right. He's definitely better than his brother because of his brother. But
Dan Hurley.
What is going on, S from O?
Dan Hurley coaches what's it called? Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I told Bobby Hurley we were in where the hell was I? Bellagio? Yeah, I was in Bellagio, and I was like, you know what? You're not that great. And I think I said F you. I might have said F you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or F Duke. I think I said F Duke. Is what it was. And then I was going to the bathroom. I was like, yeah, come on, buddy. Come on in here. Throw you around a little bit. I was having too much fun in Vegas. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, was it the Derby? I think I was there for the Derby. Or was it final? Was it the March Madness? I can never remember.
March Madness.
Was it? Okay.
It was March Madness.
All right.
I know that.
Yeah. His couch was adjacent from ours and whatever, but I just happened to catch him and lock eyes with him. And I couldn't. It just 1996 or whatever was right back up in my.
He locked eyes and he looked at him, and all of a sudden in his head he started singing, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?"
I take that back. 1992 popped back up in my head, and I was like, you know what, you son of a bitch, Kentucky remembers.
But we've talked about like those Duke.
Oh,
teams.
She goes, no, you told him F you effing suck. Oh God, did I really?
I don't know. I think had he said that, you guys would have been kicked out. Like,
I don't know. It's pretty tough to get kicked out where we're at. Like, it's incredibly tough.
But
you're going to get a couple warnings.
No, but if you walk up to...
I didn't walk up to anybody. I said it from across, he's probably from here to that camera or whatever. And I was like, that's when I said it. Yeah. I didn't walk up to him like he's relaxing on a couch. I was like, what, you piece of shit.
But you looked at him and he looked at you and you said, you suck.
Probably, yeah. I was up against the cages and he was so he was in his little area. And his area was like we didn't have any problems later in the day.
But here's the thing. I don't know if Lizzie's saying that this is what happened, then okay, then I'll believe it. But I would tend to believe you would get kicked out because of that, because of the fact that let's just be honest. Bobby Hurley's a bigger high roller than you are.
It's not me they're looking for.
Yeah, but if he walks up there, he had more money on one game than you had on all the games you bet on.
It's people I'm with. I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's who I'm with. That's
either way,
because I've gotten into a couple issues out there before. I've had a couple.
You have
where I've been.
I'm not going to talk about those.
Where I've gone. And it was brought up this past time, right? Like, because I think I was hanging out drinking with some hockey players or rugby players last time. I don't know where the hell but they were like pro hockey or pro rugby, and so we're sitting there just knocking shots back, going ape shit and whatever. I don't know.
Well, hockey players have a reputation of being really good guys.
Nice guys. Yeah. So we get into a little mischief together, though. And then,
hockey players don't typically have that, like where they get into some trouble.
Oh, we're sitting there hammering shots, bud. It's like, you kick it up a notch, and then all of a sudden, those bars, right? You're at the Cosmo, you're having a good time, you're feeling it. I don't know who I was with. I can't remember. And so, but I think they were rugby dudes, if I'm not mistaken. But the story, because I'm like, well, even the person that was telling the story, I go, which one is it? Is it hockey or rugby? He goes, they were pro blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what you're saying.
Blah 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 is what I hear.
6.5 foot blonde dudes were out there running around, as far as I'm concerned.
Did they have all their teeth?
No, they were missing this.
That leads me to believe more like hockey than rugby.
They were missing that and missing a couple.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was a good time. But I know how to control myself for the most part. But yeah, no, it just got a little out of hand. Just got a little slightly out of hand that time. Yeah. So, anyways, Lamar goes to NFC team. Insert team. I mean, depending on how depraved they are and whatever.
Right.
But yeah,
if he goes to the Bears still suck.
They'll never go to the Bears. It's Fields' team, man. I think they're gonna shock some people this year. They're definitely going over on their win total.
What's their win total?
I think it might have got to double digits at this point.
Oh no, they're not
So-
winning. They're not winning 10 games.
You don't know anything, but
It's the Bears.
if they, well, you always say that because that's where you get your little easy win. But if they go to like I said, like a normal NFC team that just needs a little kick, little boost.
Okay.
I think it provides that boost, and they win their conference. It's so tough. Like, and I feel bad for a lot of the great players that are in the AFC, right? Because they had to go through like the crazy gauntlet, and even like Josh Allen slipped last year. Like he was just, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he was hurt. We'll talk more about that later.
He was definitely battling injuries last year. No,
Yeah.
that definitely happened.
He just seemed like he was off, hurt, everything like that. And then of course you have to play Cincy, you have to play, Kansas City. You have to play all these tough ass teams. Even the Ravens with Hundley wasn't a terrible team.
They re-signed him.
Yeah, I mean, because Lamar's going to get
quarterback.
Yeah, you got to have a quarterback, and they don't have any choice.
But they would definitely have been better with Lamar. But like Lamar, he tweeted today because everyone was talking about how he's missed. What's that?
Put those cans over here.
Okay. Everyone was talking about how he had missed time,
Mhm.
right? And he's like, look, do you want me to play at 80% or 100%? Right?
No one's
But
at
it's
100% through the season
But it's also like he hasn't gotten a long-term contract yet
because he can't stay healthy.
So he doesn't want to go out there and play injured.
Wait, did we talk about that? So how soon does it become the race thing?
I don't know.
Like where he's like, you know what?
I don't know that it gets to that.
I hope not. I think he's a phenomenal player, but he just can't stay healthy.
Healthy. He's a really great player. But I told you this. Let's grab the next one.
All right.
I told you this when the Lions traded for Goff. I was okay with that trade. I'm okay with Goff. Goff has shown he can take a team to the Super Bowl. When you have a good team around
defense,
it
wasn't a defense.
And also he had a good year because he had a good run game most of the season.
You have a good run game.
But then Todd Gurley got the arthritis in the knee, kicked up, and when that happened, the team was completely different.
Yeah.
You've got a really good run team with Detroit. With Swift.
No, you don't. Not anymore because Jamal Williams is in there, right?
No, but we signed David Montgomery.
See, that's the other thing. David Montgomery's going to be a stud.
He's a hell of a player.
So
he had great seasons on a shitty Bears team.
We'll talk about that as well later as we get closer to the season because I think David Montgomery's stock, it was already high one year. I took him as number one. That was the year I won this. I won it all. And I think that's going to be the same thing. He's going to be the goal line guy, the everything guy, not like, third down or whatever. I think Swift is now in the back seat. Back burner, just like he was last year.
I think you're going to have two guys who are going to have two good seasons. Is what I think. I think this is one of those teams where you've got two running backs and they'll both be drafted and both have good years.
All right, here we go. We got Bentonville Brewing, Airship, Double Indian Pale Ale, 8.3% alcohol by volume, 90 IBUs. You can barely even get in with that 90 IBUs. It's not even there. It's so smooth. It's so delicious.
It really is. And the crazy thing of this is kind of like a coffee infused beer.
Mm-hmm. You taste the coffee?
No, not at all. But I think it's kind of mellowed out the beer.
Yeah.
Though, like,
I really enjoyed it. Did I say third?
You did third it. You third it. I enjoyed it. What's up, Saber? Welcome back. But stick it inside the can.
I always put it inside.
We're going back to Bentonville Brewing.
Now this one's gonna get a little rough.
This is Deliverance. Imperial Stout, 12.5%, 55 IBUs. Where darkness grows wild, few are brave enough to delve such depths. A torte of roasted goodness ingredient intrigues the brave of heart, and notes of chocolate, smothered berries entices the same. But what when attempting to conquer such livid libations? Take refuge in the gentle, woody hop notes. Descend and find your deliverance.
Nice. So I tipped it and I poured it hard.
I
want to make sure it got, because the last one I didn't have a lot of. I think it was part of that whole. It was a different beer that we had.
But you can hard pour it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Without.
I want all that gas out of it. Look at that. I mean, it looks like a float, like a. Look at all that stuff rising. Oh my gosh!
I've got the same thing.
Look at that. Oh, that's good stuff right there.
The head's starting to. You pour hard, it has a little bit head, but then the head kind of grows a little bit.
I love it.
Right?
You can see it all dancing down there. Yeah. Oh boy, yes.
But let me ask you this. So we've talked some Lamar. I want to talk about Rodgers
Okay.
because he's still not with the Jets.
Yeah, he's not. He hasn't signed yet. They're talking about.
He's signed.
Or he signed with the. He signed with the Green Bay Packers, but he hasn't been traded yet.
Signed. He has not been traded yet.
And so
they're still working on the trade.
And I think he wants too much. And I think the Green Bay Packers are like, you know what?
Well, I think it's
like because they have to re-sign him, and because he wants to be re-signed, and I think traded.
Well, here's the thing. I think he signed through 24, maybe 25. But what's hanging the deal up is the Jets want some protection if Rodgers doesn't play past next season.
Here's my question for you.
And they want some they want, hey, if he plays X number of years, yeah, we'll give you this. But if he doesn't, I need some sort of protection from that. And that's what's hanging it up because there's no guarantees he's going to play past next season.
For me, I want nothing to do with Rodgers at this point. If you're going to talk about putting somebody on the books and you got cap room, I'm going to go after Lamar. I'm going to go after Lamar with that team that they have in New Jersey.
I would definitely take Lamar over Aaron Rodgers.
That was going to be my next question for you. Yeah. Would you take him over Rodgers?
Yes, because Aaron Rodgers is not committed to playing football.
He's just kind of hanging about. Wants to go.
And I'm going to take it a step further. If my Lions had the opportunity to trade Rodgers for Goff,
all good, bud.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I watched a couple full games with him playing against Detroit last year.
Well,
right?
Yeah, you don't want Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers used to be your boy in fantasy, right? You loved Rodgers. You know, it was one of your favorite fantasy players.
And I left him on my bench.
Yeah. Well, this year he sucked because the last couple of years he actually hasn't been that great.
No, he was the year before. He just came off winning an MVP.
I think the year before that, though, his first MVP, or not his first, but the first out of the back-to-back, that's when he actually like excelled, and it was like amazing, right? He was just because he still had to.
That was the relax year.
Yeah,
right?
He was just kind of chilling. He goes, relax.
That's pretty good.
And then he just went effing bonkers.
A lot of chocolate with that.
Yeah, tons. You got anything about that? Did you read the can?
Yeah,
the whole can.
Yeah,
okay,
the whole can. But
I'm so over Rodgers as well.
I was over Rodgers before the season started. I drafted Rodgers late this last year as a backup. He was the second quarterback I drafted in like the 10th or 11th round, something, somewhere late like that, right?
Yeah.
And like I had a league where I just straight up dropped his ass. What's up?
I'm gonna go pull a beer out of the fridge for a chug.
Okay. All right. Yeah, do that. But with where Rodgers is, he's more concerned about individual accolades. He's more concerned about how he looks. He's not a team player. His best years are past him. He's just more interested in anything but football. And I honestly, I thought he was actually going to retire after this year. I honestly did think that. And he's not. But although if this trade with the Jets doesn't work out, the door's closed on him going back to the Packers. He is not going to he's not going to play one more snap for the Packers. He's done. He's done there. He's not answering. The GM, him and the GM have had zero conversations since the season ended. And he's tried to reach out to him and stuff. Whiskey, what's going on? It's Jets or bust for Rodgers. It is. Now, maybe the Packers find another team to trade with. But he's not playing for the Packers. That door is closed. It's not happening. It's the Jets or it's someone else over there in the AFC. The Packers have come out and said they're not trading him to their conference. It's just not happening. He's not getting traded anywhere within their conference. It's got to be over there on the other side. I don't know.
I don't want him. I don't want him at all. There's no team.
But you're the Bengals, right? You're not going to Joe Burrow or Aaron Rodgers. Give me Joe Burrow.
Well, we just talked about this too. I shared it to the Strikeout Beer. If you're part of the Strikeout Beer group on Facebook, go check it out. If you're not, head on over there and put a request in and join. Yeah. I think all you have to do is actually like our page, and then it sends you an auto request. So there's 3 quarterbacks they presented. DraftKings presented earlier, right? It was Pat Mahomes,
Josh Allen,
Aaron Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Start, bench, cut. And they had it in that order. And I posted it earlier. I said, I think I'm okay with this order.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
Burrow's just not there yet on Josh Allen's level.
But I also think part of that. So if we're talking about these players on their current team,
correct,
which is a little bit tricky, right? Because you're talking about start, bench, cut, right?
Yeah.
Depending on the team, because part of Burrow's issue is the Bengals have a shit offensive line.
Yeah, and every time they add a good piece, there's something else goes wrong, and then he's on his ass.
He's up there in the top 3 every year of most sacks.
And he's not holding on to the ball. He's just getting run. I mean, he's just getting bombarded.
He doesn't have the opportunity. You put him. I'll go ahead and say it because it's one of the best offensive lines in the league. The Lions, right? Take that offensive line and move it to the Bengals. The Bengals win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean that's all the thing that happened when they made it to the Super Bowl. It was just Burrow was on his ass the entire game, like the entire game.
You give that guy an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, you're putting them. You take that offensive line and move it to the Bengals, with that quarterback, with those receivers, with that run game, with that defense. You win the Super Bowl.
We actually had
you win that Super Bowl 2 years ago when you're in the Super Bowl against the Rams. You win it.
Yeah, most likely. All right, so here it is. So Whiskey submitted a question.
Okay.
He's like, hey, hypothetical for Strikeout Beer. Would you rather have your starting quarterback, Cam Newton, or Dak?
Dak.
I told him, I go, I'm sure it's not much of a question. Most people would take Dak over that, like 99.99% of folks. The only person I know who Cam is your buddy. Who likes Cam is your buddy. I can't, Nate, right? Nate, yeah. There you go. But I wanted to make sure I brought it up. Yeah, Joe is good. He's a good quarterback.
I like Burrow.
You can be as good as you want, but if you spend most of the game on your ass, it's tough. You don't get to read anything.
You don't have time to pass. Yeah. You don't have any of that, right?
And so with the Bengals as well, Piron's gone. Mixon might be gone. So now you have Elliott, if he comes over.
Didn't they sign someone?
I don't know who they signed. But if you have Elliott over there, it's like, okay, now what? He's not the every down guy. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to pound away.
I thought they signed someone.
That's pretty good.
Let me double check.
I like that. Super creamy. As you can see, as we're going down, it's leaving these lines, these walls.
No, they haven't. They got Chris Evans and Trayvon Williams.
Yeah.
They'll sign someone. They'll end up picking someone.
You have to. I hate the P. Ryan. For me, I love Mixon and P. Ryan being there.
Especially because you don't. What's going on with Mixon, right? It's something going to happen.
Yeah.
And you might not have him.
But I love I can't think. I can see his face. He was with them for so long. Number 35 or 25. What the hell was his name? Damn running back. He went to.
Talking about Giovanni Bernard.
I love Gio. I loved him. He was perfect. You could actually put him and plug him in if you needed like 5 to 7 points in PPR leagues, because he was going to get those 5 to 7 catches.
5 to 7 catches
every single game
for 25 yards.
That's it. That's if you needed someone that was serviceable. You're like, man, I'm on a bye week from hell, or I got this and that. I go, this motherfucker get you 10 points. He gonna get you 10 points.
It's like homeboy from who's the guy from the Pats that you loved?
Oh, James White. No, man, he's getting more than that. James White's getting
10 points a game, easy.
Loved him.
He's gonna have 8 catches for 40 yards. He's gonna get you 12 points right there.
But it's what it is, right? You think about these players, and it's super early. The draft is coming up. When is the NFL draft? 24th, 25th, 25th?
Something like that.
Oh,
Vegas this year. Is Vegas this year?
I don't think so.
Was it Vegas last year?
I think it was last year, Vegas.
Okay.
All right. So it's coming up April 27th, Thursday, obviously. And that's a great,
where's it at?
Union Station in Kansas City.
Okay. Kansas City. Okay.
That's where it's going to be this year.
Old school, you going?
Old school. You got to go to the draft, man. If you're still in here, you got to go.
Whiskey, if it's between Cam or Dak, I'll take Jeff Saturday.
Yeah. He said, or any other random center.
Okay. Hold on. If my options for quarterback are Cam Newton or Jeff Saturday, I'll take Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, old school. Are you going to the draft this year? I think it's free was it free to get in? Or we pay like $10?
No, free to get in.
It's free, right? Yeah.
I had and then I had passes to go into the draft on day one. I'd gotten the passes for us because I'd won in the lottery or whatever like that. So, which was awesome.
What first round pick do you think will make immediate impact? One of the QBs. I think. Have you seen Will Levis? Jesus Christ, that guy's been hitting the gym.
Will Levi?
Dude, he is crazy looking.
I don't know if this is going to be one of the quarterbacks because the biggest thing everyone talks about is this is a down year for quarterbacks. But
last year was that no one was taken. All right, so here you go. Round one, Carolina. Here's the mock draft right now as ESPN has it out there, right? So Carolina Panthers get the first overround pick from Chicago.
Yep.
So they're going to take C.J. Stroud, Ohio State. Goddamn,
that's going to suck.
That's going to be so bad.
There's 0 Ohio State quarterbacks who have been good,
and he's an idiot
in the world.
He looks up to Michael Vick and what's Hansy McGee in Cleveland?
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, yeah, that fucking guy.
I mean, hey. Take out the off the field stuff.
Yeah.
On the field.
They can get it done.
Great players.
Houston Texans, Bryce Young. So I don't know. Then you got Arizona Cardinals. They're going to take an edge from Alabama. Will Anderson, Anthony Richardson, a QB from Florida for the Colts, though. I think that'd be a great addition for the Colts because Anthony Richardson showed phenomenal arm strength and everything like that.
Name a quarterback from Florida who's been good in the NFL.
I don't know. Then you got a bunch of. So it says you guys are going to take Tyree Wilson. He's an edge rusher from Texas Tech.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders are going to take Will Levis. So you're going to essentially upgrade Derek Carr to a buffer Derek Carr.
Yeah, well, he won't play this year.
No?
No, they're going to play Jimmy G.
Oh, shit, that's right. Oh, my God. Jimmy G's out there.
Yeah.
Good. Then he needs to sit. Yeah, I'm tired of them just throwing in people. So there you go. And that's the top 10. That's, the quarterbacks that are the high name.
Tim Tebow wasn't good in the NFL,
yeah.
Saber.
I mean, he won a couple playoff games.
He won a playoff game.
Braddock was in the house. I thought about him the other day. I was like, we got to have him back on to interview for the producer role again. I mean, we'll get the old thing back at the
someone over here.
Take Uncle Rico.
Someone needs to try and control this S show. Tim.
He won a couple playoff games.
He won a playoff game.
Thought he won 2.
I won the one where he hit Demaryius Thomas in overtime. The Tim Tebow.
As I'm typing in how many playoff games it goes Dak Prescott, Tony Romo.
1-1, right? Dak might have won 2.
I think he finally won the second one this year.
Tebow had 2. I mean 1. So which one is it, Brian? I think it's 1. Okay. Yeah, it was the one with the Broncos where he hit Demaryius Thomas and OT.
There you go. January 8th, 2012. Man, has it been that long?
It had. And I had a buddy who was a big Florida fan.
Yeah.
And he bought a Tim Tebow Denver Broncos jersey and all that.
Brad.
And I was watching that game with him. And he turned around and goes, "Yeah, I told you Tebow's legit." I was like, it ain't going past this, buddy.
He's not terrible. He wasn't terrible, right?
Like he wasn't good.
He could start over not most, but like the bottom half of the quarterbacks in the league right now, right? Like you're going to take him out. Well, I'm saying you could take him on Mariota. Mariota was playing. Would you take Mariota?
I would take Mariota.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Shut up.
Yes, I would.
Oh my God. Mariota sucks so bad right now. It's terrible. Right now.
Mariota versus right now Tim Tebow.
Not right now.
No, okay. Well, don't tell me prime.
Right now.
Okay. Prime Mariota versus prime Tim Tebow. I'm taking prime Mariota.
Yeah.
You can't tell me right now Mariota versus prime Tim Tebow. That's not a fair comparison.
Dak is awful. I would take Tebow over Dak any day. Like right now? I don't know if that's correct.
Prime Tim Tebow? Maybe.
If I need a win in the playoffs, maybe.
How many playoff games has Dak won?
Probably 2. I think it's 2.
I think it's 2. But Saber said prime.
Dak's the number 2. If you type in how many games has how many playoff games has Dak's he's won it says January 16th, 2022, January 16th, 2023. It says January 22 is 2023. He won 2 games last year?
Awesome. No. He won 1 this year.
I thought it says he won 2 this year. The 16th and the 22nd.
Well, they played Tampa and then they played the 49ers, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know.
I'm on Stat Muse right now.
But if you're talking prime, like let's prime.
He's
Dak,
1-2. He's 1-2.
Okay, prime Dak versus prime Tebow. I'm gonna take prime Dak. I'm sorry. Tim Tebow.
I will say this:
wasn't a great quarterback.
Can I tell you this?
He was great in college, but so was Danny Werfel.
The team he beat back in 2018 were the Seattle Seahawks, and they were actually a winning record. They had a winning record that year. When they beat Tampa Bay was like fucking 6 and whatever. You know what I mean? 8-9. They're terrible. And then Brady didn't want to be there because I just want to go to the Bahamas.
He legit just kept throwing the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Brady did. I'm watching that game. I'm like, he doesn't want to be there.
He didn't care, didn't want to be there, didn't want to play, none of that shit, man. And of course, all the family, yeah, we beat the Bucks, and Tom Brady go, yeah, all right, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there right now.
Let's walk it on back.
The Bucks will be better this year with Baker Mayfield than they were last year with Tom Brady. That means I think the Bucks will have a winning record.
There's something to that
Baker.
Because of the fact that Brady didn't care, and I think Baker is desperate to prove something. He might play it off real cool.
He's got the best team around him he's ever had.
Yeah, he's never had more offensive weapons than he has now. Like you'd have to go out of your way to really F this up and throw it in the dirt like 30 fucking times.
It's gonna be tough not to get Mike Evans involved in the game.
Who the hell is this guy? He keeps throwing in the dirt. It's Tom Brady 2.0.
Saber, good question. What's a good question?
No, maybe he was asking us or telling us that was a good question.
Well, I think I
do phenomenal questions. Is what I do. That's what I do. I ask you questions because that's how I keep you engaged. If I'm not asking you a question all the time, you're like, yeah, man, I don't care. I'm watching. Was it Looney Tunes are on? Okay.
I wish you put Looney Tunes on.
Oh God, my liver, it's coming after me. It's after me. All right, so I say let's finish up with this beer. Comments on Cam Newton on TikTok saying he would walk on the field and still be a top 20.
No.
One, I don't have TikTok. 2, there's no effing way he would be a top anything. He wouldn't be top 1/2. Wouldn't be top 1/2. He's not over. Do I need to list all the QBs? You know what I'm saying? Baker or Brady? I think Baker has a better season.
Yes. 100% versus last year.
1,000
Again,
times.
this is versus last year. Baker this year will be better than Tom Brady last year, but Tom Brady was going through some mess. His hot ass wife left him.
She's not hot. She looks like a horse.
Okay, well, I guess I'm into horses. Whatever.
I mean, you.
Whatever.
All right, so here, I'm gonna throw these out there. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Cam Newton. Is this Cam Newton or?
This is Cam Newton or.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes. I'm going T to B.
Oh yeah.
Joe Burrow. Josh Allen. Tua Tag.
You know what?
Shut up.
Tua. Hold on a second. My boss approached me at lunch and growled, "Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to find you all morning." I shrugged and said, "Good employees are hard to find." I love slap.
And this I hope that's it. If it's not, I don't know. JB Carts. Check them out on Facebook.
It is. We're good. Okay.
All right.
You said Tua. Who's after Tua?
Jalen Hurts. Justin Herbert. Kirk Cousins. Geno Smith.
I will take Geno Smith over Cam Newton.
Now, these are 2022 rankings. Okay. So then you have Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yes.
Jared Goff.
Fuck yes.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Dak Prescott.
I'm going to take an unmotivated. No, hold on. I want to take an unmotivated. I don't want to play football. Aaron Rodgers over Cam Newton. I'm all in. All I care about is football.
All right, here you go. Did I say Dak Prescott?
Dak.
Okay. So this is where it gets dicey. Are you ready?
No, it's not.
Are you ready?
But go on.
Kenny Pickett. I'm sorry. Jacoby Brissett.
Yes.
Kenny Pickett.
Yes.
Jimmy G.
Jacoby Brissett's gotten a raw deal on a few teams he's been on.
He has.
I don't think Jacoby Brissett's that bad.
Kenny Pickett.
Yes.
Jimmy G.
Yes.
Sam Darnold.
Fuck yes.
We're going to keep going here.
They were on the same team.
Derek Carr.
Yes.
Kyler Murray.
Yes.
Matthew Stafford.
Yes.
Mac Jones.
Yes.
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
You gonna let Russ cook? Marcus Mariota.
Yes.
With Justin Fields.
Yes. And that guy sucks.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Davis Mills the neck.
Davis the neck, Mills the third. Yes.
Matt Ryan.
Yes.
Your boy Taylor Heineke.
Dude,
Heineke.
why is he not higher on this list?
I love Taylor.
Dude, I will
now these next two they're gonna mess with you.
Let me throw this out there. I'm gonna take Taylor Heineke with a sprained ankle over a 100% healthy Cam Newton.
Because he just wants the ball. He just wants to play. All right, so now that we're out of the top 32, right? There's only 32 teams in the league, right?
So that's the top 32. So he's not starting for my team.
Okay. Then you have Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Does your moral values come in there anywhere? You're like, well, I'd rather have Cam Newton than Deshaun Watson?
Look, here's the deal.
You don't have to say it. I just,
No, I'm just saying, here's the deal. Cam sucks.
Okay. And then Carson Wentz?
Yes. I will take Carson. Carson Wentz.
I've only got two more or three more.
Is bad.
Desmond Ridder.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
And the MILF hunter himself, Zach Wilson.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, no, there's no place for Cam Newton in this league. He's old. He sucks. He's got one. He runs one fucking play to the right, and it's a QB option. That's all he's got from the 20-yard line.
Let me go ahead and take it further.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to take it further.
You go ahead.
I'll take Cooper Rush.
I like Cooper Rush.
I'll take Josh McCown. And he ain't played in the league in 2 years.
Yeah. Give me Josh McCown. I think Cam is delusional.
I will take Josh McCown right now, who hasn't played in the league in 2 years. I will take Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I was going to say Ryan Seacrest
right now.
You know what? Give me the Fitz.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take Ryan Seacrest.
Dude, I'm telling you, Cam Newton is so bad. And it's like he's like sitting there. He just wants to make his name relevant. So
Brad, I'll take Tim Tebow version 2023 mic drop.
It seriously is. It's like I don't think he realizes it's that bad. I think he's around his own people like a lot, right? His people, his supporters, or his people that glob onto him, his entourage, right? They're like, oh man, you're better than Hefty. No, you're not. You're just not. I don't think it's that.
I think it's him.
You think it's him?
Like he honestly thinks he has not been a good quarterback since the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but. And here's kind of what sealed the deal for me. He couldn't win with the Patriots. You were starting quarterback for the Patriots and you weren't a playoff team. Mac Jones, his rookie year, I'll take a weekly concussed Tua over Newton. Yeah, 100%. I might get 5 games out of Tua. But you know what? I'm going to win those 5 games. It's more games I want to win.
I feel so bad for Tua.
Give me a concussed Tua.
I feel so bad for Tua. Don't even say that. Don't say that.
I'll win more games with him than I will with a 100% healthy Cam Newton.
Yeah. Don't say it like that either.
I'm just.
Man, I feel so bad for that guy. Like, seriously.
Hey, let me throw this out there. Give me a one-legged Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
I'll win more games than with a two-legged Cam Newton.
Well, he still got his arms. Yeah, he's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably going to be pretty good. All right. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's get out of here.
I think the Auburn Pro Day thing got into Newton's head.
Oh, boy.
Here's the thing. You're former. Did he ever win league MVP? He was up there for league MVP. You're one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm.
In those first few years. I mean, when Cam was in his prime, Cam was great. You're past your prime. No one picked you up last year. You weren't on the team last year. And all of a sudden you show up at your old college and like, I'm coming to the pro day.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
MVP in 2015. Okay. I thought he'd won an MVP. You're a former league MVP and you got to go to your college pro day to try and show team. You know what? Yeah, teams are showing up, but they're not showing up to see you.
No.
They're showing up to see all the other players.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, God damn. Cam's okay. Oh, well, Cam, while you're doing this, I'm just going to scroll through TikTok real quick. See if I can find someone on TikTok better than you. Because you can.
Yeah.
You can go on TikTok right now and find a better quarterback than Cam Newton.
Probably. Yeah.
No, that's just science.
If you're on Twitch, we're reading Let's Go, buddy. We're out of here.
There we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Final thoughts on this beer?
It's phenomenal.
It's really good. What was it called again? They're on your side.
Just Deliverance.
Deliverance. That's right.
Yeah.
From Bentonville Brewing. Delicious, good, and good for you.
Oh, it's loud. They can barely hear you.
We'll be back in like 30 minutes.
Yep.
We're going to talk, I don't know, something. Well, thank you guys so much. As always, I'm Alan.
Rapid Dave.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces.